A lot of people know you as the producer of the award-winning films American Addict and American Addict 2, but you have only been a film producer for about 7 years. What is your background?
What is my background? How much time do we have? I know this is a short video, but well, I grew up in a small town called Yellow Springs, Ohio, which no one had heard of until Dave Chappelle, obviously a very famous comedian, moved there a few years ago, and so now everybody's heard of that town. But it's a tiny little town I grew up in, and that was sort of my background. My father was really, really big on education, and so my father was the first person on either side of our family to graduate from college, and my two brothers were the second and third, and I was the only one, I still believe the only one that ever went on to get an MD degree. My father actually went back to school in his 40s and got his master's degree, so he's very big on education. He emphasized that, and so I sort of took that with me as I went through college, medical school, etc. But I've always been entrepreneurial. I've always had an open mind, and when I started seeing patients in the late 90s, early 2000s not getting better, getting addicted from the medications that I was prescribing for pain, because I was a very traditional pain management doctor, that's what sort of led me to wanting to write the book American Addict, which ended up leading to these films. So a lot of different things I've done over the years in terms of starting a medical publishing company and doing some other things, writing and scientific papers and things of that nature, but all of it's been sort of on the same pathway, and that's doing whatever I can to help people. That's sort of been my whole thing, my whole life. I remember as a little kid, we had an old Chevy that used to break all the time. I actually learned how to fix cars because it broke so often, and I remember thinking to myself, who's going to fix the people I care about if they break down? You know, they're not cars. You just can't just go to the mechanic. And so that was sort of what was in my mind, that I wanted to be the type of person that could help people. And I started doing that. And then the films and what I'm doing now is my attempt to help the masses of people, the millions, the hundreds of millions of people, not just in this country, but all across the world. And I really believe that what we're doing at Red Pill Medical, helping people help themselves with their health, is absolutely going to do that.